right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Princes of Isari, episode 3. As you can see, we are down a few players tonight.
Episode 3 for 3 amigos.
Yeah. Nicole may join us midstream tonight, depending on some things. She had some technical issues. Alex is traveling and had internet issues. She thought she was going to be able to join, but was not able to. She may jump in the middle from a Starbucks. We'll see. And Bobby's got some work, so he will not be joining us. But we still have 3 of our players. In the top left, we've got Lily playing one half of the Eldris brothers.
Yep.
You've probably heard of them. It's Theo Eldris. I almost said Theo Aridin again.
That's all right. That's the 2 of us.
In the top right, our friend Brandon playing our friend our bumbling cleric with 2 eyes on bread and his 3rd eye also on bread. I guess one of them probably looks at the future. It's Pharaoh.
Hello.
And last but not least, we've got our friend Ben, who's playing our resident grumpy elf with a side of insanity now.
Yes.
Emerald.
Listen, it's really offensive to classify addiction as insanity. I mean, it's a... Oh, God.
Something going on.
It's more of a
Mine...
addiction where the withdrawal symptom is insanity. So
Yeah, it's not fun. Really, I don't recommend it.
Can't
Oh, God.
and with that, let's jump into what happened last week. So, I chew on this mint. All right. So, you guys arrived on the plain of Azamar in the region known as Isari, which is a hot and humid near the equator jungle. You guys are in the city of Orem, the coastal city of Orem, which sits with the jungle to its west and with a large bridge that crosses the Oria Sea to its east, leading off to the main continent of Azamar, which you have heard some about. Here in the city of Orem, you guys have regrouped with each other and made plans. You met up with the merchant prince Wakanga Otamu.
Sorry.
Bleep bloop. Wakanga at first had some confusion because he recognized some of your previous selves, but after some clarification, he now realizes that you are distinct people that just look like those other people. And,
This is true.
You
Accurate.
last week went and found a guide to take you out into the jungle. Because you have a mission to go find and destroy something called the Soulmonger.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is trapping people's souls, causing 2 things. 1, a death curse. Those who have been resurrected are experiencing, basically bad disease, curse stuff, skin flaking off, some leprosy-looking stuff, and are slowly dying. Which normally wouldn't be a problem because you can bring people back to life, except that no one can be brought back to life. When people are dying, their souls are becoming trapped in the Soulmonger, and spells
Swiper,
like Raise
no
Dead
swiper.
and Resurrection are not having any effect.
All these diamonds are useless.
Monger, no monging. Monger, no monging.
Yeah, that's
Oh, monk.
If only.
It breaks. We win.
You all have it on good authority that this Soulmonger is somewhere in the jungles of Isari. Good authority being some gods who told you it was there.
However, the forest is massive.
The jungle is extremely massive and could take months to explore completely. Which is why you've hired a guide. Your guide's name is Eku. She seemed to be the lawful good sort. And I hear Starbucks music. I think that's Alex.
Kind of awesome. All right.
Hi, Alex.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Oh, it's making Ben's
It's
mic
making
quiet.
Ben's mic super quiet.
That's good.
Let's see. Is that hotel? That is Hotel
Yeah, it is
California.
hard talking.
Okay.
We're gonna get the stream muted.
No.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah.
What was he? Well, we have our guide Echo, you're
Yeah.
saying, for the forest.
All right. So yeah, you've got your guide Echo, who has said that she can take you guys first thing in the morning out into the jungle, and she gave you some supplies that a list of some supplies you should obtain.
Right.
All right, perfect. So, we know we have that. We've gathered some of the supplies.
Yep.
So, what do we want to try and do? Because we've already gathered a million side quests.
Well, we have the Sophia's mom is dying.
Yeah, and that's over. In ironically, the Isari version of Hotel California is monastery, where it's like, yep, you can go there, but you're probably gonna die. You're never gonna leave. So,
Right, here's the ball.
yeah.
Here's the ball. So I don't know if you got the wrong impression when I previously described it.
I didn't. It was just
Gotcha. It was a
Try to make
monastery,
that
so
fair.
Sophia's mother went there for her health
Right.
in her advanced age. But then while she was there, something happened all across Azamar as the Soulmonger was activated, and also across the Forgotten Realms as you guys experienced. And so she became afflicted by the death curse because at some point in her past, she had been raised from the dead at one point. So she was falling under the death curse.
Right. And Salik is also at Kirsabal at posing as an actual monk.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm sorry, do the people who are affected by the death curse, do they, like, slowly die, or do they... What happens to them?
Yeah, so mechanically, your hit point maximum goes down by 1 each day.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And if your hit point maximum hits 0, you die. So basically, they're
Right.
weakening over time. And
Right.
then some like physical things that happen to you is like you start your skin starts like rotting like you're dead, peeling and things like leprosy, kind of really not pleasant.
And then communicationally, like, a lady calls you on the phone and she's like, 37 days. Or just, once a day calls you back.
36
Sends a message,
days.
sends... Yeah.
This person's voice mailbox is full. Like, nope, no more.
Can you set up an
Hello?
answering message?
We have a collect call from 26 days. Would you like to answer?
Okay, cool.
Well, that one seems the most pressing for time, so I...
Yeah, so I'm down to go to Kirsabal, head that way. I know that Jake, I don't know if you wanted to announce this or what, but while we were shopping and getting supplies, dino racing happened.
So
Happened? Can't talk.
so here's how we're gonna do this. You guys were at Okanga Otamu's.
Yeah.
You guys are like, we've got this shopping list we have to go do, and Koros and Eridan were like, hey, dino racing, and they started talking to your cook friend, Brandon, Drazan.
on.
They started asking him questions, and he started to answer, and they turned, and he said, Father Pharaoh, I know you've previously preached against the, indulgences of dinosaur racing, but this is for a good cause, right?
Well, yes. You haven't you been listening to what I've been saying recently? Change is coming, and we need to change as well.
Right, yes, exactly. Okay, so here's how, and he starts going in it and talking about them, and they go
Oh, this
leave.
is like the baseball of a guy.
Oh, and they're all like secretly part of it because they can't talk about it, but they all watch the
Mr.
TV.
Statham leaves them away. So Jazan Statham leaves them away. And
Sweet. Got it.
And they're gonna go do some dinosaur racing, and then the rest of you are like, all right, shopping time.
Yeah. Report back to me when it's done. We'll be back.
So you
Cyrus is I was watching and all that. All right, come on.
are gonna head off to the market, and you guys have purchased some things. Lil, do you want to go over some of the stuff?
Yes,
That was
I'm
purchased?
writing a note that says Aerodin and I can remember Koros. Sorry, that was a brain fart moment. Koros are jerks, ditched us, final race instead of shopping. They suck. Cool. That was very important to write down. I have purchased for our group with you guys. We have taken what Eku has said and maybe some advice Wakanga gave us, and using all that, we have purchased 3 canoes, each weighing 50 pounds, so we could carry them if we needed to.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 canoes because there might be sweet loot, and I want to bring it back. Each canoe can hold 6 people, so we can spread out between the canoes, or we can put stuff in one, or can trail it behind us, whatever.
I
We
don't know where I left those horses.
Exactly. We have 120 blocks of incense. They burn for 8 hours, so we have 120 nights worth of incense to burn. We have
The incense, sorry, very clear. It is insect repelling incense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Sorry, I
Installed
didn't
in
lead
the
with
jungle.
that. I'm sorry.
If you sprinkle something on it, it could probably serve as a clerical incense too. I'll have a block just in case.
Yeah, exactly.
Useful reagent, you know.
Yeah, this is. I
Shove it
mean,
in
this is
the
for everyone.
pouch.
Yeah, you guys are gonna spread the incense out around the party.
Yeah, so like that would be like wherever we set up camp at night, we burn the incense at night to help keep all the bugs away.
Nice.
Everyone, each party member, all 6 of us, have 120 uses. So 120 days worth. It lasts for 24 hours. It is insect repellent salve. It is waterproof.
So you rub it all over every morning to not
Yep.
get bit by the bugs.
Slather it on. and
Mom, I don't want to go to soccer practice. Emerald, you have to. It's like
Exactly.
Sure, it works.
We have 2 rain catchers. Each rain catcher is only 5 pounds, but it can hold up to 8 gallons of rain. It gets 2 gallons of rain per inch of rain that falls that night. So every night we can set it up so we can always make sure to have enough water.
Nice.
I also bought studded leather armor for myself, Arena, and Aerodin, and we're putting all our chainmail in a chest that we're keeping with Wakanga. He's offered to house it in a giant treasure chest with a DC 20 padlock. I also have some healers kits. There are 2 kits, each has 10 uses, and what it allows us to do is use an action to stabilize somebody instead of doing a medicine check, which we all know has gone historically terrible. We have 15 days worth of rations each for each person. So each person is carrying 30 pounds of food for themselves right now. And that's only if we're not able to forage or do other things. Every canoe has a bucket in it, so in case there's a leak in the canoe, we're able to bail water out. We have parchment, quill, ink, and a map case, so we can make a map of the jungle as we go. Jake, am I talking too fast?
No, you're doing great.
Great. And then the oilskin case keeps it all dry. We have a piece of chain that's 10 feet long. Just you never know.
just in case,
Just
you know.
in case, man.
You never know when you're gonna be possessed by a fire demon from hell that makes you whip really cool chains around the fire and ride a cool motorcycle. You just
That's
never
always
know.
possible.
The demon just takes the chain and it's like, I may be bad, but and just goes.
Exactly. We have 2 climbers kits, which have pythons and all kinds of things. I also have 50 pythons, and it has like little what are they, like spikes you can attach to your shoes so you can kick into the rock or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they're the climbing things you hammer in so you can rope and anchor.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. We have 3 antitoxin doses.
Good.
Jungle. We have a set of fishing tackle. We have a grappling hook. We have 3 potions of healing, which are 2d4 plus 2. We have 3 sets of rope. One is going to be in each canoe, and they're each 50 feet long.
Question.
Yes.
Does a grappling hook pre-affix the rope, or when we use it, do we have to affix it to one of our 3 ropes that we've purchased?
It can be affixed to one of your choosing. If you
Okay. So it is. So we do not have a 4th rope. We have 3 ropes at the canoe, and if we need to use one to grappling hook, we can. Got it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Correct.
We have 2 shovels. We have each member of the party has a signal whistle. So we can help find each other if we get lost in the jungle. And we also have 4 tents. Each tent weighs 5 pounds, and it can hold 2 people. So there are 4 of them. So we have like 8 people's worth of tent, and there are 6 of us, and so we can put some stuff in one if we needed to.
Plus Echo the guide.
Yeah, we've got the canoes, so you can flip the canoes over and put stuff under them too if you want to keep them dry, whatever. And each person has 2 water skins.
So you can carry plenty of water. Yeah. Did you mention the 3 healing potions you bought?
I did.
Gotcha.
Could I have one of those healing kits? It seems like I could use it a lot. Sophos is real close to
the healing potions are on Pharaoh, Koros, and Emerald. The healing kits are on Pharaoh and Koros.
I just, that's totally up for debate. I was just making guesses about who would want them.
Got it. I was wondering. I was like, I don't think I have that.
Yep.
But yeah, if you look at the list and you see your name next to something, yeah, stick it on your...
They're regular healing potions?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
3 of them. They're crappy. They're for, emergency.
While you all are out shopping, after some time, you've gathered up your stuff. You've gotten, you gotta put all this stuff somewhere. Yeah.
I do have a second. I already had 1 healing potion on me if we want to give that to someone else just in case.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. Awesome. I will... Do you want me to add it to this?
Yeah, just put it on the group loot.
We'll do
this.
Potion.
Not gonna add it.
All right.
I will take 1. Sweet.
I don't want to be a hoarder.
All good.
So, you all are, you've got all that stuff.
Yep.
You managed to, for some of the larger things like the canoes and stuff, you actually managed to arrange for it to be delivered to Wakanga Otamu's villa.
I like to imagine that I was just trying to carry all of it by myself and then realized it was getting out of hand very quickly.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Seems like something we would do. Be like, Pharaoh, hold this, and Pharaoh's already holding this massive stack of things. And we're both just totally overburdened.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at you. You understand I can carry some of it? No, okay.
Nope.
Who has that portable hole, or was it a bag of holding?
Oh, does anybody have one?
I think Aridin has something of that nature, but he's kind of run off on us. So
yeah, because he's a jerk and he doesn't like work.
In any case,
Typical younger brothers, am I right?
So we need to get moving.
Yeah. Cool. So we have all the stuff.
You guys hear a bell start ringing from over by the bridge.
What bridge?
The large bridge in the east. Let me pull up the map.
You're not here. You don't get to argue.
The map of Orem. We're going to scroll on down.
Oh, also, this is a side note for everyone. I had a bunch of gems and shit. I sold all that, so we had money.
There is a bridge here, and this is the bridge that leads... Here, I can ping on it. Across the ocean, a very large number of miles across the ocean, to Azamar.
Cool.
And you hear a bell ringing by the bridge.
What?
Must be coming from that tower.
I'm gonna look around and ask a local person. I'll be like, "What does that mean?"
The bell is usually rung when the guard are needed or some sort of emergency.
Let's run towards it. We usually do that, right?
Can we put all the stuff back at Wakangu's house?
So yeah, like I said, you arranged to have it be delivered there.
Okay.
Where is Wakangu's house in relation to the city? How close?
It is up in the merchant ward. If you look at number 5 on that map.
Oh, it's actually in the city.
On the north side, yeah. So there's the city has the outer walls, and then there's these hills where there's these inner walls. And the merchant, his villa, and all of the other merchant villas are up inside the inner walls in the hills in the merchant's ward. They actually surround the Temple of Savras.
Nice.
Which is up in the center there, and you can see it from the temple sticks up. So whereas a lot of these villas are about the height of the walls and are below, the Temple of Savras is big and tall and forms this has this giant dome at the top that kind of looks like an eyeball, looking up at the sky.
Is that number 4?
And number 7 is the Temple of Savras. And
Oh!
I can pull
Sky.
this up on the map. Up here, you can see Wukanga Otamu's place and the Temple of Savras.
Yep.
Right there.
Cool.
It sticks way up over those walls. It's actually really beautiful.
Oh, right.
But the bridge, as I said, is way down by the market ward.
Right.
Where the market ward hits the water. And that's where the bell is ringing from.
Can I ask what that big thing that has 21 on it is?
21.
That market
yes. The 21 is, it's called the Hall of Gold. It's a temple to Joaquin. It's a god of trade and wealth.
That's fine. And you know there's 2 number 5s, right?
It's a shining gold thing. Yeah, the 5s are all merchant prince villas.
Oh, there's
different
multiple
merchant
5s.
princes.
I'm seeing now, yeah. More than 2. Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, let's go towards the ringing bell. I'm with Pharaoh.
Nice path there.
This is the path we should take.
When you start rushing there,
Wait,
you see that there are a few guard running that way as well, and folks seem to be folks that were out and shopping, maybe folks that were doing other things, maybe heading to the dinosaur races. Some of them are heading back into their homes and are concerned.
The person who I asked, like, what the bell meant, like, did they seem, like, real scared or like, oh, it happens sometimes?
No, it was like, oh, it happens sometimes, but like
Okay.
you don't want to. If you're near where the bell is ringing, you probably want to get out of there.
All right,
Right.
well, we're just gonna keep going towards it. That's a good idea.
Generally, if the bells are coming from the east, it's less bad, right? If the bells were coming from the west, it would mean maybe undead attacking the city walls. We gotta close the gates.
Whoa,
things
is that like a problem here?
It happens sometimes.
I mean,
like
they
the
did
answer.
say
The
they do
jungle
have
is-
a massive undead problem in the jungle, so
You did say that. You're right.
As long as you don't live in Anchorage, you're fine. Tamiki Anchorage, the guys,
Or
we named
Malar's Throat, or the Old City. Yeah.
just don't live
it.
near
What
a
are
jungle,
those
okay?
pits? What are
Just,
those
just,
pits
just get good, make a lot of money, and live in the walls.
Yeah.
So, what you guys see is, as you get closer, you see a huge influx of people, like hundreds of people, coming from the far side, from the Azamar side of the bridge, coming here to Orem, flowing into the city. And you could see
From the bridge.
from the bridge that, like, they started to close off the gatehouse, but then now the doors are wide open, and they're letting people flow in. And the guards are sort of trying to like stop people and keep them organized. These people seem like they've been traveling a long time. They traveled all the way across the bridge.
Is it like a mob situation? Like they're
No.
just barreling past? Or...
No, they aren't running. They seem very weary and tired. Some of them are sick. They're carrying lots of things. Like they're carrying all of their stuff on their backs. Some of them have carts or a donkey.
Kind of like a refugee caravan.
Exactly like refugees.
Pharaoh, at first Pharaoh wants to go and help, but then he thinks about the the premonitions that we've had about our deaths, and he starts thinking what if this is how we die? And he says, wait, we can't go in yet. Let me I have to check. And he's gonna cast augury and ask, should we go help these people?
That's wheel woe or neither. Wheel woe both
Yep.
or neither.
Yep.
Wheel.
No.
Let's go help these people. Tons of refugees. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and just kind of go into the crowd and if there's somebody really struggling carrying something, offer to carry it for them, I guess.
Yeah.
And just be like,
I'm gonna see if people need healing.
hi, I'm Theo. Where are you from?
Nice to meet you, Theo. I need a name. I have a book of names. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm excited to use.
You mean you're not Thanazar Olrung?
That's exactly my name, Thanazar Olrung.
No, I'm glad
I'm Thanazar. Thank you for taking that bag. It's been a long journey
From where?
from Angate.
Who? I'm just so I don't know anything.
I will take a charisma check if you want to look to your own memories to answer that question.
Ding! It's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. I can feel it. Charisma.
Charisma. Charism.
Not a save, right, Jake?
No, just a check.
It doesn't actually matter, I realize. Oh! I rolled not terrible.
Nice. Let me just check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah.
Please don't say I go mad.
No, you're fine. You would know. You think back, and yeah, you've actually been to Angate, or rather, your previous other self has. Angate is the big city on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
And when your hometown was overrun by the orcs attacking in the West Azamar, you fled to Angate, and Angate couldn't really handle the refugees, and it pushed a lot of them across the bridge over here to Isari, which is where you've been living since for a few years.
I'm gonna say I came from Angate long ago. My city was overrun by orcs. I have no reason to lie to this guy, so...
Yeah, he says well then I carry bad news. The war is not going well. The orcs have invaded Angate. We were among the first to leave.
Oh my goodness. How far had they gotten into the city when you left?
They were at the gates when we started to evacuate.
And gates.
Cool. I mean, does anybody else want to ask any questions? Like, I don't want to dominate.
Are they coming here? Are they going to follow across the bridge?
I don't know. We haven't had. We'll have to wait until the next waves of refugees to hear news of whether the city has fallen or if they hold out.
If there is anyone left to come tell us, I feel very dubious about this. I don't like orcs.
Well, we'll be able to hold off anything from here, right? Set up people, then big rock-throwing machine things, and just aim right at the bridge. It'll be easy.
I don't know. You've heard the stories of Azamar and the dwarves. I don't know that we'd fare any better than the dwarves did.
I search my memory banks for stories of Azamar and the dwarves.
Charisma check.
All right.
Yeah, what's the deal with the dwarves?
Is Lily asking that, or is Theo asking that?
With the dwarves.
Theo's asking that in his head.
Okay. Pharaoh.
Woo!
You know, and this is like history knowledge that your other self knows, that a long time ago, a very, very long
Galaxy
time
far,
ago,
far away.
the dwarves built this bridge. They had dominated the whole continent of Isari, and they were like, let's keep going. And so they built this bridge, and it took them a very long time. They got to the other side. They started conquering stuff on the other side. Very quickly, the tides were turned, and the armies of Azamar turned on the dwarves, defeated them, pushed them back across the bridge. They themselves charged across the bridge and then took over all the land that the dwarves had conquered, and basically crushed the entire dwarven kingdom.
Oh, wow.
Since then, dwarves, at least on this side of the Aurea Sea, are nomadic and few and far between. They don't have a king, anything like that. And that was how Azamar came to colonize Isari.
But you're saying the dwarves don't have a king, you're saying now.
Correct.
Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, they're scattered people.
Yeah.
And that was roughly 1,000 years ago. But that's like a piece of history that most folks would know if they know anything about the history of Azamar.
Well, we have to help the people. We have to make sure that they're accepted here. We can't just leave these refugees stranded.
I agree.
I'm going to stay here and heal people as they come in. If any of the church show up, that'll be told my mind on this. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Pharaoh a look and be like, yeah, what's the deal with this Pharaoh?
Don't ask me. I don't even know. I think I'm the head of it all or something. I don't know
That
who my
cook
boss
guy
is.
seemed really scared of you. Like,
Right? If there's no boss, then well, then I guess we're good to go. But if I have a boss, then I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm held accountable, then I'm screwed.
isn't your boss God? Like, it's fine, right?
You'd think, right?
Who knows? I'm gonna ask. Like, there's guards and people like directing the flow of humans and stuff.
Yeah, they're starting to figure things out. Some people are just like, they made it here, and they're just like setting up their stuff against like the seawall and just
Cool.
plopping. Other folks are wandering off deeper into the city.
I'm gonna ask one of the guards like who looks not like super in charge. I want to be like second in command or like third in command, like not too important because those guys are usually assholes. And I'm just gonna be like, did you know that all these refugees were coming, and is there any kind of like assistance set up, like anywhere for them to like make camp or stay for the night?
It's hard to tell if any particular one is in charge, but you go to just a guard, and he says, "No, we had no warning. We did not know that refugees would be coming from Angate. I think we are directing them to Malar's throat."
Like, does Theo know if that's like okay?
That's where other you, lived. It's kind of the slums, but like it's probably the only place there's room because it's outside the city walls, and so it just sort of grows as it needs.
Okay.
And what is that area being protected by? If we're sending tons more people there, it should have more guards. Expanded borders, better watches, outposts.
This poor guy, we're like harping on him, and he's just like some guy.
Take it up with the princes. I don't control policy.
I will. I'll do just that.
I simply, what's the word? Like take out their will, like carry out their orders.
Don't shoot the messenger, all right? I'm just here on the bridge doing my job, and you coming up here like, hey, why you doing this? Why you doing that? Just forget about it.
All right, so we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go take it up with the princes, I guess, and figure out what's going on.
Are we no more healing?
No, I mean like we can go like and see like what
Let's make sure
Millar's throat is like right now.
Oh, okay.
And like I guess if you want, like you healing people is good, and like walking with people that way to see like what kind of stuff is set up for them, if anything.
You seem to be doing most of the information gathering better than I would anyway. Why don't you head down to Malar's throat, see what's going on over there, with Emerald maybe, and I'll stay here and heal. Later we'll meet up with the princes and tell them what we think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I like it. Okay.
We have authority here. I have authority here, and you guys are my friends. We have authority here.
Yeah. Totally with that prince.
I feel like you showing up to challenge the merchant princes, Pharaoh, makes Pharaoh a bad taste in their mouths, given what Wakanda's reaction was to you earlier.
Maybe I shouldn't shout. The other me must know more about these princes. I got to think about this while I heal, and I'm going to think about that as I do my prayers and meditation, and I like call people over and stuff. And try
cool. Give me another charisma check.
Cool. Oh.
Yeah, you can't remember details. You can't remember the exact details of like their beef with you or your beef with them. You just know that there's animosity there.
Okay.
That you strongly disagree with the merchant princes about something.
Something
Damn
important.
princes.
Maybe they don't
better
like
than
bread.
Everybody. Maybe that would be a sin unforgivable.
That'd be a deal breaker.
In
friendship.
in the Pharaoh Sovereign's Bible, bread is
Sacred.
And you take unto this day the bread, for it is delicious.
Exactly.
All right, Emerald, what are you doing right now?
So, as I understand it, me and Theo are now going to head over to the throat so we can poke around and figure out what the hell's going on over there.
Yeah. See kind of like what.
Gotcha. Yeah. The guards seem to be sort of pushing the flow of people that way. It's pretty easy to head that way. It takes you guys past. Out past the fish market and the Red Bazaar, where you were before buying things, past the Grand Colosseum, and back out to Malar's throat.
Perfect.
There's a small temple there. It's the Temple of Timora.
Where's Timora?
Timora is the goddess of luck. It's sort of in the center of Malar's throat, and you can see that the clerics have come out and are taking people in and healing them and blessing them. And
are there any kind of like shelters set up or anything?
not really. Basically, you see them. They're sending people. So Malar's throat leads like straight out the city gates and then just sort of out down this ravine. And they're sort of sending people sort of to the end of the ravine where there's some room, and they're just setting up tents or like throwing up like building.
Here's your space. Build your crap. That's
like people. You see people grabbing some scrap or like some wood that's around or some driftwood or things, and just making little structures, throwing a tarp and some poles, right? Like just very organic things being built on top of each other.
Okay. Jake, how big is Garrison's instant fortress when it's up?
Yeah, I'd have to look that up again.
I can Google it if you want.
That'd probably be quicker. It's Darren's, not Daristan's.
I think I said Darren's, but
You said Daristan, which is the city in the other game.
Oh, I was gonna say I think I combined it with the instant part.
The item is just if you just instant fortress in the SRD and roll 20, it's there.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost at it in the book, so.
I'm trying to think.
Darren's Instant Fortress is a square tower 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high. Its interior is divided into 2 floors with a ladder running along one wall to connect them. The ladder ends in a trapdoor leading to the roof. I mean, 20 feet square is pretty big. You can hold a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
That'd also be a very safe place for us to camp in.
that's true.
When you're in the jungle, yeah.
Yeah. How often? Wait. I need to look into this. Lily should look into like how often I can use it and stuff.
As often as you want. Bonus action.
Yeah. We don't need to bring tents.
Oh, but I like tents.
I mean, we'll bring them. They're not heavy at all.
But yeah, if you tried to put people here in it, then you would not be able to take it with you. Right?
I feel so at home in tents.
We can give them tents. We have tents that we do not need.
Yeah.
All right.
Forgive me if I misspeak. I know.
No, I'm down with that. I think that's great. Yeah, so I'm gonna start going back to Prince Wakanga's house and go get our tents.
Yeah.
To just give to people, and then if we pass we're closer to the Red Bazaar than to his house, right?
Yes, the Red Bazaar is literally right on the other side of the gates here.
Okay, a tent. Are there tents that can hold more than 2 people?
Sure.
Okay, so a tent that can hold 2 people is 4 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So how much is a tent that can hold like 10 people?
So you said it was
It's a huge
4.
tent.
So 4 is 2. I mean, let's just, if you multiplied it by 5, that'd be like 20, but it's, there should be an economy of scale. So
probably like 16, 15.
Let's say 15 gold pieces, yeah.
All right. So can I buy like? Sorry, I'm looking at my sheet, so I'm trying to make sure I do this right. I don't know, buy like 10 of those.
Dang. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucking loaded.
We're
Fucking loaded. Okay, I'm gonna buy 10 of these giant tents, and I'm gonna give money to Emerald and be like, go buy like bread. Like all the bread you can buy. Go
and the
buy
fish
it.
markets across the way, you get fish too.
You're really lucky.
And fish.
You're asking me, not Pharaoh, because none of it would make it back. And I'm
That's
gonna go.
Yeah, bread and fish.
Cool.
LOL, the fish is in the loaves! And it's Easter weekend. It's a miracle, guys. Okay, sorry, it's really funny.
You gonna feed the 50,000 or whatever? 5,000?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. So we said it's 10, 15, 150, yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's hard. I'm gonna do that.
Just get 10-person tents.
Okay, cool.
And then, using the money Theo got me, or handed off to me, I'm gonna buy
Hella
probably-
fishes and loaves. Meals are so cheap. Like a nice meal is 5 silver pieces. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, so I can probably get a cheap meal for what, a silver piece?
It's even less than that. Lil, do you have it up?
No, but I just know that a decent meal is 5 silver pieces because it's come up a lot.
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick. It's just
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Basically, I'm gonna buy probably whatever or not poor, but like
Yeah.
probably like 100 common meals,
Sure.
200 common meals, something like that,
Yeah, let me just look that up real quick.
and have them. Is there a way I can store this effectively to carry this? No. So what I'll do is, and then I'll also.
Yeah, like a poor meal as opposed to a modest. So modest meal is 3 silver pieces. Comfortable is 5 silver pieces.
Yeah,
Going the
that's
other
what I'm
direction.
talking about.
Poor is 6 silver pieces, and squalid is 3 copper pieces. Or sorry, 6 copper pieces and 3 copper pieces.
Yeah, so I'll get probably 100 moderate, so that's 30 gold,
Yeah.
and then
Well, I'll make that down.
and I'll put a thing in for a cart service so they can get it hired to get it brought over there.
Yeah, if you're ordering that much, they're happy to do that for you, and they want to help the refugees too. So.
Cool, great,
Well,
amazing.
some of them. So you start talking to one vendor, and he's like, "What's so much food? You know, having a party?" And you're like, "No, it's for the refugees." He's like,
You
"Oh,
should be
no."
like, yes, it's my bat mitzvah.
You know, and then someone hears that, and they say, "No, here, come here. I'll make sure this gets to the refugees." Right?
Yeah.
There seems to be some mixed
Why would he
sentiment
even freaking care? You're
about
paying
the
him.
refugees.
Okay, if you tell me about that guy later, I'm gonna go find him and beat him up.
I'm just trying to express to you that some people here in Orem are not happy about refugees coming.
Well,
from
they're
the
wrong.
east.
And I will make sure that they know it. That's obviously a great way to go about this. So I'm gonna take my 10 tents. I'm pretty sure the tent seller is out of tents now. Jake. The tent seller is out of tents.
I don't know.
Tent seller.
Not 10 tents.
He had a lot.
So-
No, that's probably a lot of tents. Anyway,
And they're each hold like 10 people.
and so you're just gonna go set those up in Malar's throat for people, or?
Well, so I was gonna head over there and then see if people like didn't have any tents or like didn't have any structures, and then like I can start setting one up
Mm-hmm.
and then have the others like folded up near me, and then like if people come in and they don't have any shelter, I can be like, you can stay here. It's totally
People
free.
are surprised at first and a bit. Some are a bit suspicious, but others are like, absolutely, thank you so much. Like,
Cool.
they're very, very happy to have somewhere to stay. They've been traveling for several days.
Cool. True. Yeah. Yeah, people just don't make sense to me sometimes, you know? Fantasy people or real people. They're very mysterious. So cool. I'll be like setting those up and like talking to people. I want to just like, as I'm like doing this, like just chat with people and like try to get a sense of like, if they like they were the first wave, they said to leave Angate, but they said when they left, the guy I talked to first said that like the orcs were already at the city gate.
Right.
So like I want to know like, is this something that's been escalating for a while, or was it like all of a sudden the orcs were there, or like what?
Yeah,
Just
so
more-
go ahead and make an investigation check to gather
Okay.
information.
This is a terrible idea, but okay.
And the
It's a great
bridge, just
idea.
for like some sense of scale, the bridge is 60 miles long, give or take. So it takes roughly 3 days of traveling all day to make it across.
Yeah, people have like kids and animals and shit. So it's
Right,
gonna
so it
take
takes
for
even
fucking
longer,
ever.
yeah.
While this is going on and Emerald's on his way back, he's gonna ask around about stuff as well. But what he's actually more curious about is how often do things try and get at Malauer's throat? Like, how safe are these people gonna be here?
Yeah.
That's a great.
And he's not gonna even try and tap his charisma because he's not going back to that hellhole.
Yeah.
Great idea.
You want to gather information to get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an investigation roll. Each of you... Oh, so Theo, that was your investigation?
I
You're
rolled a
able to-
3. Wow. Sorry.
Theo, you're able to gather that, like, the orcs had been attacking for a while.
Not the city itself, though.
They've been attacking all over, that they had been near the city for a while, in and out, but, like, most of the folks just said, like, the orcs, you sort of get the same story. The orcs were at the gates, we were told to evacuate, like...
Do I kind of get the sense though that people never thought like, oh, the orcs would like never attack Angate? That's crazy.
Yeah, like, yes,
Okay.
that certainly, like...
Sure. Okay. Interesting. So I'll just keep doing that, chatting with people, keep setting up tents, and wait for my fishes and loaves to arrive.
Emerald, you wanted to know how safe this place is. I am pulling up something real quick to answer that.
Silly business, silly Danes. We don't need your cannons. The walls of Constantinople will never fall.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
So I will put it this way to you. In the random encounters table for things that can happen while you're in Orem, one of the D20 results is alarm horns declare that the undead are attacking Malar's throat.
That's a terrible place to stay.
So
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
it's unsafe, but it's better than them being forced into the jungle. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Marginally.
Well,
I mean, are there
no,
city
because the
watches
guards
that
will.
go around? Yeah.
That's my thought is at least the guards react to threats in Malar throat, where if they're in the
Right.
jungle, like not allowed in the city, they're fending for themselves.
Right. So no, like
Yeah, I'm not
they,
sure.
when something happens, they close the city gates, they set off their horns, and then they work at clearing away the undead and stopping them, because otherwise they just congregate by the gates and
Otherwise,
keep trying
they
to-
are murderous and multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at Mallar's throat. It's so small. The people that are getting sent there are just going to pile out of it. It's going to become this spillway of human
No, it's-
bodies.
It goes
Yeah.
off the edge of the map here, so
It's gonna turn into Malar's esophagus at this point. Like,
yeah.
it's going a lot longer than just. A throat.
Yeah, so you guys definitely get the impression that like this is the biggest influx of refugees that they've seen here, and like Malar's throat is just not going to hold this many people for very long.
Mm.
People are already overflowing like up. They're sort of going up and over this, up the things into the sides of the ridge and up on the cliff's edge where it's a little more jungly. And
You know what group is probably getting a little bit too much comfort, and what was once a barracks could be reconverted into one.
Mm.
The
Good
mage
idea.
prison. They can sit two to a cell.
True. I
Though
don't know how
I
long
Yeah.
the fishes and loaves
I was gonna
take
say,
or whatever, but does he eventually show up?
oh yeah, you do that, and yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, so we're giving people fishes and loaves.
absolutely. You got like a cart. He's pushing in the middle, and he's just like passing it out.
Yeah, and we're just shouting really loud. Like,
And despite the fact that you only got 100 meals, it seems to last way more than that, and you feed 5,000 people. Yay, Easter!
cool. Do you want to do a meanwhile with Pharaoh?
Yeah, we can do a quick doobly-doo.
Pharaoh's mostly just healing people. He's not even like trying to really get information. He'll listen to people that are talking.
Yeah, you just get people are scared. Some folks, like they get like a woman and a child and her husband and the child's father is back in Angate defending, and she doesn't know if he's gonna be safe or not. Like people are scared and worried.
Uh-huh. Certainly. Yeah, he like listens and tries to comfort people, like but mainly just listens.
Tries to convert people?
Comfort.
I thought you said convert, and I was like, not the time, okay?
And he's only going to spend like an hour because he only has so many spell slots.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to wander off and try to find my friends.
Sweet. Well, we told you we were going to Malar's throat.
Yeah, it seems like they're letting people into the city, which is what I was concerned about. I thought they might turn people away.
You do
Yeah.
see when you start heading towards Malar's throat, Pharaoh, that there are some guards. So that you see how the city narrows a lot. Let me pull the map up again for the viewers. So down here in the market where they're coming across the bridge and around, flowing towards Malar's throat, and you see how the city narrows quite a bit right here, right before the Grand Souk, which is that big, colorful market. You can see that some guards have set up at the narrowest point of the city and are making sure that the refugees don't get into the north half of the city.
Hmm.
Sounds
Where's the Red
fair.
Bazaar, Jake?
18 on that map.
Okay, well, that's good at least. Like, they still have access to, like, something if they need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, we spend whatever long it takes, making sure people have the tents and have enough stuff, and if there's something else that is like, there anything else really dire that people seem to need? It's not cold, so they don't like.
Yeah, no, like folks, space is what's needed, and there's just not enough of it.
Yeah. Pharaoh just wants to get to the princes and talk to them about this. He's hoping that he can sway their
Absolutely.
ideas.
Theo, I know we've done a lot, and I know you feel like we have the resources to do more, but we don't know how much often we're going to come into money while we're traveling here.
Yeah, no, I feel like we did a good amount tonight. I think Pharaoh is right. We need to take this, beyond us. We need to talk to the princes and figure out how they're going to deal with this.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to abandon them.
I just, part of me feels like dawdling here too long means.
No, we should still leave tomorrow.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
And Lily's asking, did we say we want to go to Kirsa Ball? Is that what you said, Ben?
That was my plan at least, but
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Ben's completely fine going anywhere, but really,
don't mind.
like we said,
I don't have very strong opinions about it.
We said when we spoke to Sophia that we would go to Kirsten Balls first, at least along the way. So
right, because of her mom. Yes. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
And, like I said, I do have a short-term fix that Pharaoh could easily undo, but
yeah, it was creepy, the petrification thing. But I mean, like, whatever she wants,
It's better than dying, is my thought.
Yeah, it's true. I am going to.
Depends on how dire things are.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back to Prince Wakanga's house so we can talk with him.
Yeah. So you guys head that way. The guards let you pass because you guys do not look like refugees.
I'm fancy.
They're
better
very-
let us
Pharaoh, they
pass.
absolutely recognize Pharaoh when you guys are with Pharaoh. They say, Father Pharaoh.
Yes, we are among the patricians.
Yeah. I give like Pharaoh a look up and down, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, Pharaoh's in like fancy cleric's robes. They're a little dirty now because he's rubbed up with all these people, but
Cool.
and you guys head up to his house, Wakanga's house, and the guards recognize you and let you in.
Cool. Is he there?
You guys come into that courtyard and he's not. Sophia is there. Irina is there, talking with Sophia. And Wakanga is gone.
Sophia, did a courier come?
Oh, with the supplies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stowed.
Perfect.
Wakanga left in a hurry after the bells. Do you know what that's all about?
Did she see how dirty we are? Like,
Yeah, but she's being polite.
Something has happened to the city of Angate.
Oh no.
Orc troubles.
The orcs invading Angate.
yes, a large
Things
number of
really
refugees.
can't be going well.
Yeah. Do
There's
you know how long it's been like this? Yeah, like.
The orcs invaded first a few years ago, and if you want to press on that, Jake will have to pull up his calendar.
No, like that's good enough. You don't need to pull up anything.
Well, where's the prince? He must know. He must be told if he doesn't know.
my guess is him running off was him going to figure it out. So he's probably in the thick of it right now.
Yes, if there's something like that, the princes are probably meeting at Golden Throne.
Do you know how long he'll be gone?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is Golden Throat 21?
Golden Throne is 4. 21 is the gold temple. That's the and Golden Throne is 4. It is a it's like a palace that was built by the Azamarans, but is the seat of government here now for the merchant princes. That's where they meet.
Cool. The voice in my head just told me the way. We have to head across this bridge. Let's go.
We're at the 5 next to 7, not the 5 next to 4, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just tell her like we were able to like help a little bit. We helped people set up some temporary shelters and like get some food, but.
Pharaoh, we may not want to interrupt their meeting. We may want to grab him after the fact.
But they're all in one place. Isn't that the perfect time to talk to them?
I actually
Yes.
agree with Emerald.
This that politics stuff I always hear about. Ugh.
Listen,
Like
I
bit of a-
understand. You apparently have a bit of a personality here, and
Oh,
Wow,
Pharaoh,
what-
yeah.
Wakanga may understand the situation. You barging in to the middle of all the Merchant Princes meeting, demanding some kind of or asserting that you must be involved, would probably go very poorly.
Pharaoh, do you want to give me a charisma check real quick?
Sure.
I was also gonna ask Sophia and like look at her like while we're talking about all this and be like, do you think that would be weird if he showed up, or does he do that a lot?
Never mind, Pharaoh.
Pharaoh's going to like think about it for a second. Say, all right, maybe you're right.
Okay,
I hate these cities. I'm used to rules being decided by who needs to eat, not who is the cool guy.
Okay, I'm gonna try something, and it's gonna invite a bit of madness on me. But I want to see if this works.
What are you doing?
Who the fuck is Pharaoh? We keep saying he's important, and he's done something.
The High Priest of Severus, who's
Well, we know,
the
yes, but
future, which is now the past.
I know this is kind of an interesting use of this, but if he's important enough that he's easily recognized on sight by guards,
Can I assist your check?
yeah, that one doesn't assist much, I don't think.
Get a -1. Don't you talk shit. Just you wait.
So let's see. That seems like. No, Emerald, I'm gonna say you're not driven by madness or anything, but like you search back and you would just feel that at the edge and you know when to stop now. You're like, okay, this is.
Yeah, okay. I had to try.
Yeah.
Because if he seemed like he was like that reputable, I was like, okay, maybe I can get something here. Just like at least a
That's who he
hint,
was.
not like, yeah, not maybe like, oh, this is what the big issue was, blah blah blah, but at least like some hint other than he was a high priest of Severus.
That's you can't get anything beyond that. Like,
Yeah.
that feels like it rings true, but anything further and you just it's unfathomable calculus.
If his mind wasn't so destroyed, he may have been useful, but now he's just confetti paper blowing in a wind. Sorry.
It's all good. So Wakanga's at the meeting.
So we'll wait for him, or do we have anything else to do right now?
No, I think we wait for him, and if he gets back late, we'll try to talk to him. But we should still probably plan to leave in the morning for Kirsabal to help take care of Sophia's mother.
Yes. Well, I don't want him running off, so we should still wait for him outside of that golden chamber, golden throne, whatever.
Running
it's called.
off? Where would he go other than his own house?
I
can
don't know.
I can wait for him there if you'd like. I can if it becomes urgent to get him back here quickly or something of the matter, I can just wolf us here.
Sounds good. Oh, is Koros back yet?
No,
we didn't
Koros
see
and
him
Aragon are
earlier.
still out.
I was gonna say his Raven could chill out there, but
Not
His
they're
Raven's
still out.
probably busy rigging the dinosaur races for him somehow.
probably true.
I also
Did
think we can
those
get
stop,
off
or we can hear them pounding away? Jake,
The dino races stop for no one.
Those are still going.
cool.
That's why they're not letting refugees up north.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head over to just outside the building that the Golden Throne is in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and is there like a bench nearby or something like that?
Yeah, so like you do you want to wait inside or outside?
I might sit outside for a little bit, get a feel for how often people go in and out of the building to make sure it's not just weird for someone to kind of like, can I go inside and wait? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no,
then-
you see that there's these large golden front doors, and they are propped open, and you can see there's like an atrium area where
Is
you
there
see
a
folks.
fountain with twittering birds?
Yeah, absolutely, a fountain with twittering birds. People coming and going. So
John
there are-
Woo doves.
Yes, there's the main like temple, and there's like some walls around it. There's a garden, and there's people waiting in the garden or in like the foyer that's just off of the garden.
Is there an overpriced cafe inside too?
Absolutely, like $9 coffee,
What was the
$15 sandwiches.
Hedges? Wait, what's the name of the beer thing? The mead thing?
Tej.
Yeah, it is.
There's
Tej.
absolutely someone selling Tej, which is it's like mead. It's a delicious honey beverage.
All right.
Sounds really
Yeah.
good.
Emerald's at first is gonna sit outside for a bit, but once he notices, like, okay, it looks like people are just free to go into there, and that's not gonna arouse too much suspicion, because we're still people who look like other people.
Right.
If anyone recognizes us as something more than what we are now, but of something else, it could bring baggage on him.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
while I don't really care too much about him, he is our connection in this city, and he is useful. So I don't want to ruin that. So I'll then just go move over to the garden and wait towards what looks like, whatever looks like an
see
important
the foyer
door.
and
Yeah, whatever looks like an important door, as long as I can see it.
yeah. You could sit near enough to the foyer and the atrium where you can see. The big main doors that probably lead to the council chamber.
Take out
Perfect.
your spell book and leaf through it, like look innocent.
Yeah. No, don't take out my spell book. I'm smarter than that. They said wizards are going nuts. I don't want to arouse suspicion by like, oh look, a spell book. I am a wizard. Aha.
What's that? Is it a spell book? No, it's a trashy novel. It's terrible, actually.
About wizards who are evil. They're bad wizards.
Shades
My
of
God.
gray. What?
Have you not like this woman really needs a thesaurus? She uses the word shaft 7 times on one page.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's that kind of book.
She said a trashy novel. I
I
went
did
there.
say a trashy novel.
It's like-
What's the? There's a bodice ripper.
oh,
Yep.
yep.
That's the
That-
thing.
That's like the soulmonger miner.
All right. Meanwhile, Theo and Pharaoh, what are you gonna do? Well, Emerald goes and waits.
I'm chilling at Wakanga's house. His place is lit. He lives in a villa, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's nice. All the
I
Tej you can drink.
Ooh, Tej. Yeah, I want to try this
Yeah,
Tej
we're gonna like
stuff, so
have
that sounds-
Tej and chill out, man. It's a
Yes,
long
you-
fucking day.
You guys sit down with Sophia
You're-
and Irina.
You ever been to Target? That shit wears you out, man. Shopping is tiring, okay? Theo is tired.
Get some
Excuse me.
Tej.
We are in the
Edge.
foreign land of which it originated. It is Target here.
Yeah, exactly. We went to Target, also known as the Red Bazaar. Then we had to help people with loaves of
The
fishes.
Red Bazaar.
Yeah, the Red Bazaar.
How many can we get
Simple
here?
as
Hold on,
this.
we can get a streak going. Oh man.
In Thieves' Camp, the Red Bazaar is Target. Everyone knows that.
Target.
So yeah, we need to chill out, man. Chill out.
So yeah, it's like Sophia's asking you guys like how much you know about Azamar and here, like, because she was there when you guys were explaining your whole, yourselves from other dimensions dropped into these bodies thing. So
I'm gonna tell her that it comes and goes. When people were telling me that they had fled from Angate because of the orcs, I was able to remember that my town had also been attacked by orcs, and I also came here as a refugee several years ago. But I don't have a lot of detail.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know tons about Azamar. More than I ever knew about our place, anyway. This city's great. I already know a ton about it. I just have to go back in my mind and suddenly I know things. I never knew anything about any of the cities we went to before. We went to Watergate. I don't know anything about Watergate. Watergate's strange and scary still.
No, that's in character.
oh, okay.
I'm rolling my eyes because I'm just I'm also still I haven't fully forgiven Pharaoh. Pharaoh and I have not had a reckoning yet.
Pharaoh lived on roads and in the mountains and in forests before he met up with this group. That was his first experience with it, going anywhere bigger than Red Lark. Red Lark was the biggest city he'd been to.
Yeah.
Right.
Watergate and always summer.
Oh, summer.
No, you mean Mount Hot now?
Mount Hot now. No, it's on the base of Mount Hot now.
Oh.
It's on
Firehill?
It's it's the Fire Hill by Always. It's on the fire.
Fire
Oh my
Hill
god,
by Always
I can't. Yeah, the Fire Hill by Always.
Forever Sweat.
Forever
We need to rename it Fire Bridge.
My
That's
favorite
better.
place to go in summer.
Forever Sweat.
Oh yes, right by Baller's Gate, right?
Ball. It's the gym complex of yeah.
Okay,
Or
perfect.
just
Yeah, we're
fire.
chilling. Drinking Tej, if he has like a chess game or something, not chess, that's way too complicated. Something more like checkers. I'm gonna go low key.
Yeah. There's a few games.
Go
around.
fish.
Yeah, go fish.
There's a game that's essentially checkers, but there's a few nuances. Sophia explains to you how to play it. She's played it
Yeah.
with Wakanga several times.
I lose multiple times.
And she starts to tell you guys about. She's like, so, what do you know about Tartosha and Thargassia and the core of Azamar? And she starts talking with you guys and telling you about where she's from.
Where's she from?
Good.
She
I don't
is
know
from.
anything about those things.
She's from a city called Tartosha, where she's a part of a noble family there, with some connection to like the old royal line. Though the royal line doesn't mean much anymore in terms of government because they are part of the Azamar Empire. It's still a symbol of status to be able to trace back your lineage to the royal line.
It basically is like they have all the power of a constitutional monarch with none of the relevance or glory.
Yeah.
How long ago did their like monarchy get disbanded and they joined the empire?
Well, I mean, so that like there still is always someone who is still the queen. She's called the Red Sphinx. But like there's not as much power behind it, and that was thousands of years ago when Azamar was first formed and incorporated Tartosha and the other nations of Thargassia, the other city-states of Thargassia, into the Azamar Empire.
Linguistics questions. Principalities, sapracies, like what are we talking here?
Oh yeah. Satraps, provinces, what?
What's the
City-state.
word for different?
Yeah.
We can pick a word. Jake
All right,
hasn't
we'll come
picked a word.
We'll come up with a word later. Ben will come up with something, or I'll come up with something.
I'm happy to take suggestions. They are regions or provinces. Maybe is a good first approximation.
All right. And then, so she's from Tartosha. What are the other places she was telling us about?
Well, so she tells you about, since you guys seem to not know much about Azamar, that to the east of Tartosha, there was a region known as the Nine Kingdoms. And some time ago, which here I actually want to get the timeline right, so let me just pull up my timeline real quick.
Lily's taking notes for Alex. And I guess whoever else is in here, but mostly Alex.
Only a little over 100 years ago, the Nine Kingdoms did something to anger the gods, and these fertile lands there where a lot of the food for much of the empire was grown and exported up and down the river there was turned into a desert. The whole area is no longer fertile. Now known as the Nine Deserts. And since then, Thargassia, which is the greater region that Tartosha is part of, has had to pick up the slack by growing more food for the Azamar Empire. And in the last few years, it's grown contentious, with the strain being pulled on Thargassia from the war that's being fought with the orcs in the west, and some rebellion has happened among the common people against
Thargassia
against Azamar. Many of the nobles haven't picked sides yet or come out with statements for or against. They're sort of trying to weigh what side. She says that her family hasn't taken an official stance. She agrees with the rebels, but she can't express that in public. It would be bad.
Guess I care about that kind of thing.
But that ever since what happened to the Nine Kingdoms, that Thargassia has been giving more and receiving less, not getting its fair share from the Empire.
Yeah, like
He
California. I
makes-
see. So I was gonna ask. Sorry, I didn't mean to be sassy. I was gonna ask. Ben is dying. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ben. Does she know? Theo was taken aback by this, and Theo's already afraid of gods and like mysticism, and like I'm fearful of that because I know it's powerful. So I'm gonna ask her if she knows like which gods were offended that turned the things to deserts, because I don't want to be on their bad side. They sound very grouchy.
She doesn't really know. Folks are really unsure. There's not a lot comes in and out of the Nine Deserts anymore these days. There are some folks who still sail down the river, and there are a few cities that still struggle to exist there. But
Are they like oases?
yeah.
So they
Along a single river of life, that's it.
She says, no, the river is cursed as well. You can't drink from the river.
what happens?
You go insane and then die.
That sounds
Poison
really
water.
bad. I really want to know who these gods are.
Well, that all seems interesting, but I don't think that the refugees are going to come in from the Nine Deserts River.
No, the Tartosha and Azai and the Nine Deserts are all very far. There's many mountains and rivers between West Azamar, where the orcs are, and Tartosha.
Well, who rules locally? The princes seem to have hold over this city, but does their reach extend?
Here in Isari?
Yeah.
Well,
Or do the princes rule all of Isari?
I don't know too much about how their new government has formed just yet. Azamar only recently pulled out of the Isari colonies. Last time I was here, it was still a colony. With an Azamaran governor and the various merchants that reported to the governor. Now they've...
Where did the princes come from? Were they just merchants?
They were... Wakanga, for example, was... He had a monopoly on lore and maps and...
Who is this?
Magic items. Wakanga.
Wakanga.
The merchant whose house is drained. As I understand it, when Azamar left,
Okay.
When the Azamar Empire abandoned the colonies and took out their governors, these merchants dubbed themselves merchant princes as part of their old tradition. And they're now ruling Oram and surrounding areas in Isari.
Is there any kind of... I know there's guards. Like, are they all work for the princes?
Mercenaries mostly, but yes, they serve the princes.
Do different guards serve different princes and there's not a lot of cohesion, or is it like a one city force?
Different guards do serve different princes in principle, but in practice, most of them work for Jobal, and they all work together to defend the city.
You
Okay.
should be talking to Joe Ball, not to Wakanga.
Maybe, yeah.
Jobal holds the monopoly on guides and sellswords.
Who builds?
Much of the city was built by the dwarves in ancient times and built up further by Azamar. I don't think much construction has occurred in these last few months.
Oh.
Besides maybe in
Such
Malar's
bad
Throat,
plan.
where folks will construct whatever they want.
I like the little bridges crossing it. He says while looking through his mind, like, "Ah, yes, Malar's throat."
Yeah, it is.
All right. Are we still waiting for the princes? Do we need any more information?
No, I was just trying to fill
Yeah,
some
no,
time
this is
with some
good. Yeah.
information.
And
Hey, look who it is!
Hey, made
Hey.
it. Sorry. Yeah.
All
We're in
good.
between actually right now anyway, so it's good.
perfect.
You, Irina, were just having a conversation. So
Jake, I can summarize. I took notes.
I can do it real quick. So Eridan and Koros went off to go do some dinosaur racing.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go back that far.
Theo, Pharaoh, and Emerald went off to go do some shopping.
but
Okay.
Sophia asked you to stay behind because she wanted to chat with you. She wanted to learn more about you. So you've
All
been
right.
sitting and chatting with her.
Super
However,
nice.
while they were out shopping, a bunch of refugees arrived from across the bridge in Azamar. Apparently, the orcs are at the gates of Angate, which is the city on the east side.
60 miles away. Should be 60 miles.
Yeah, 60-mile bridge. They 3 days ago they left, and they're only arriving now. Tons of refugees.
Oh no!
And so
That's
after
what happened.
trying to help some refugees, the party came back here. Emerald is now waiting outside of basically the temple where the merchant princes are meeting, so that when they're done, they can talk to Wakanga because they want to know what's going on with thing. Meanwhile, Theo, Pharaoh, you, and Sophia have been talking. Sophia
Okay.
was telling all of you about Azamar. You can watch.
That's
the
what I was
episode
going to
get the
summarize,
details.
was that part. She's telling us about Azamar. She said she's from Tartosha. She's related to the old royal line from there. That
Well-
royal line isn't governing anymore.
Oh.
They still have a queen, but they broke off. Like, they're part of the Azamar Empire now, and that happened, like, thousands of years ago, Jake said.
Okay.
To the east of Tartosha, there's a region that's called the Nine Kingdoms, and some time ago, like 100-ish years ago, those kingdoms, I guess, angered some gods. And I asked which gods, because they sound really powerful, and I want to know who, but she wasn't sure. And it was this really amazing fertile land. It was basically the breadbasket of the empire, and now it's all deserts, and the river is poisoned, and if you drink from it, you go insane, and then you die. It sounds terrible.
Anyways,
California's.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, you can rewatch the episode later to get those details.
The same joke.
Oh, did you guys?
No, it's so great.
So, I want to ask you, Irina, during the time when you and Sophia were just talking, she was asking more about where you came from and what your deal is. Would you tell her everything about Barovia and being kidnapped as a child and all that?
Oh, kidnapped as a child. Yeah, I guess I would. You know, I don't have too much detail about it. I'm curious about it. I know him from this place. Yeah.
Okay, cool. She
Don't
seems,
turn into 5-0, though.
she's super
Okay.
interested, and she says that she would guess by your complexion that you might even be from somewhere in Thargassia, which is where she is from.
That's where she's from.
And she says maybe when all of this is done with the Soulmonger, you could come with me to Tartosha and we could search genealogies and records and maybe consult a sage and see what we
Yeah.
can find.
I want to do that.
Is Sophia coming on this trip?
She's going to Kirsabal.
Oh, well, I didn't buy shit for her, so hopefully she has shit.
She'll be good for like food and stuff. She's gonna ride in one of your canoes, all that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I went through all the things earlier, but just look at the inventory list later.
Will do. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, sure. It's all good.
Sorry, can Arena not like memory search? Because
No.
she's like actually from here.
Yeah,
Okay.
now I'm from here, so I don't have a double.
There's no doppelganger. She's
And we
the
do have a
only
fate.
one.
I'm the original.
What was
OG.
that, Brandon?
Do you have a fate to death from Savras or no?
No.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right. So after some time and some conversation, Emerald. It's been quite a bit of time, but Wakanga eventually exits the council chambers along with several other of the merchant princes. And you see they sort of scatter a bit. They're not leaving
Oh, wait.
the temple.
Did you tell Irina that we helped the refugees and stuff?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, I forgot that.
When I see him, I see that they're still kind of hovering together.
Yeah.
Are they within 120 feet of me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly kind of point to him and whisper under my breath. When you have a moment, just a word, and he'll hear that right in his ear.
Yeah, he hears and he looks over right to you, and he nods. He's still talking with one of the other merchant princes, but the rest of them have sort of scattered around to different rooms, off this foyer, or some of them off to get some tej. It seems like they're in a recess rather than having disbanded completely.
Right.
And after he finishes talking with her, he walks over to you, and he says, "Sorry to have left the villa, not being there to welcome you back, but as you may have
Matters
heard,
of- yeah.
some things have come up."
Read on the room on what you're planning.
There is some contention, many different discussions. Several of the princes do not wish to house further refugees. I believe that we should, but where is a difficult question to answer.
I agree, though I would say using them as a meat wall against the undead and Malar's throat is probably not a good long-term solution.
I find it Jake can't.
Unconscionable?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Unconscionable.
Unconscionable is just
Yeah. Unconscionable.
Words are hard.
He says, but I'm not sure there's another solution for now. There's no room within the city walls. We've been accepting a slow trickle of refugees over the last several years, and those who have been able to brought enough coin with them or have made enough coin to move inside the walls have. And
Well, can't you at least expand borders and guard?
you're
that
not
area?
there.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Again, I agree with you here, but maybe upon the bridge itself, it's lifeline, but all the same, it may be safer than the.
Maybe for a time, but if it's true that the orcs have assaulted Angate, we're attempting to make contact with the mages in Angate via sending spells. to get
If
more
that were
news.
to happen, and perhaps this is incredibly rash, I do not know the history of that bridge, but if the orcs were to take over the city and it were to be at risk of encroachment, would it be something to consider destroying it?
The Azamarans, the dwarves attempted that when the Azamarans attacked. You'll notice that the segment of bridge closest to the city here does not match much of the rest of the bridge because it was rebuilt. Even with the dwarves destroying their mouth of their end of the bridge, the Azamarans were able to cross the water. I believe the orcs could probably do the same.
Damn dwarves were always too good at that. Never mind. Well, we will. Fair enough. I just wanted to see if we could get a read on things. I can head back to the villa if you'd like, or I can continue to wait here. I don't know how long it'll be, and I don't want you to feel pressed.
There's no need for you to wait here. You can wait in comfort at the villa, when we will probably be discussing things long into the night.
Fair enough.
If you or your friends have any ideas, solutions to this problem, I'm all ears.
No, I'll likely head back, get my night's rest, and be ready for when you return. I'll be awake far sooner than you're back, I'm certain.
This is Jake asking, did you want to bring up the suggestion about the asylum to him or no?
Emerald's, you know what? Yeah, after considering it for a moment, before I go.
Really, I want to make sure you weren't.
Yeah. No. When I escaped,
Excuse me?
when I freed the me that was here from where it was.
Ah, the asylum.
If you want to be blunt about it, yes.
It is what it's called.
I
The
was
Azamarans called it that, even when the mages were not insane.
there was a lot of space there, and it looks like at one point it was a barrack. If we could maybe move them to 2 2SL, there might be space there. Uncomfortable, but better than the throat.
Yes, but the problem with that now is that they're still occupied by mad mages. And our mercenaries are already stretched thin dealing with the existing crime in the city, defending against the undead. If you and your adventurers would be able to clear it out, perhaps before embarking into the jungle,
The asylum?
the asylum, yeah, then we could start moving refugees there immediately. But as it stands, it may take us many months.
Forgive me, I was under the understanding that they were more blubbering idiots than they were
Oh
mindless.
no, they are very dangerous. Like berserkers, like angry, mad. What's a good example of an animal that I would say? Like
Honey badgers.
something with rabies.
Honey badgers.
Like like a
Squirrels.
like a rabid raptor, would you say?
Yes, like a rabid raptor, he says. They're like rabid raptors slashing out at anything they can
I
reach.
will get dinosaurs in my D&D, and you will like it, guys.
Exactly.
But we could probably carve the swath through them tonight before we set out tomorrow.
That would be fantastic.
I do not know how far we could get, but we could at least thin the numbers.
Even thinning their numbers would make our task there much easier. Take less time. And the sooner we can get the refugees in there, the better.
So I feel like I'll return, gather us, get us ready for the night. We'll rest up and then we'll head in.
I will refrain from bringing up this option to the other princes until I hear back from you.
Yeah, I would rather
you were not
not you
successful.
march into a death trap.
Indeed.
Very well then. Good luck. And with that said,
Good luck and Godspeed.
you as well.
I mean, God's speed.
Godspeed with double S.
Yeah.
Would you say we're probably within? No, we're not that close. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave and walk out.
Cool. And he heads back towards the council chambers as they're gathering to go argue some more.
Yeah,
And you head back to the villa?
yeah.
Cool.
Okay. This is the same day that we all awoke here, correct?
Yes.
It's been
Okay.
a very intense day.
Lots has happened today.
I'm gonna, when I get back, go to Arena and Theo.
And Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. I'll run to idea by Pharaoh in a bit.
Oh no, I'm just saying he's there.
Oh no, I know.
I was cool. No, you're great. Do you?
Yeah. I'm gonna take Theo and be like, so Theo,
Mm.
remember how you're always like, I hate magic. Magic is bad. Oh, how I hate magic.
Yeah, because it's scary.
How about I give you an opportunity to help remove a bit of it from here?
I will bring an end to magic.
Okay,
was-
good. You're on board.
Secret
Awesome.
call.
So, I have an idea. I'm gonna run it by everyone. Just wanted to make sure you were on it first. Koros and Eridan don't have a vote. They're stuck with our plan. They're having fun gambling.
They're lazy and slovenly, like all
Well, I
younger
don't know. They
siblings.
are making us money, so I won't say slovenly, but in any case,
Slovenly making us money.
I'm gonna find Arena and Pharaoh playing Isari checkers.
Yeah.
I asked for chess earlier, and then I was like, wait, chess is way too complicated for Theo. Something more like checkers.
Tic tac toe.
Yeah, something like in the realm of that complexity.
I mean, they're playing something like tack, right?
Tell
Yeah.
me about Bill Fish.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll be like, so I have a plan.
Mm.
When I arrived here, this form was in an asylum. It had been abandoned.
Ah,
Entirely?
You were alone?
No,
An orphan?
no. I was
Orphan
not-
Emerald! Oh no!
It happened once. It can happen again. That's not the point.
Dark. Too dark.
So they lived long lives. It's fine. In any case, Theo, Arena, Pharaoh, there were. Let's just say the magic has had an interesting effect on the people who use it here, and they may or may not have kind of lost everything that works up here, and they may or may not have been all kind of shoved in this place and locked in the hopes that they all just kind of kill each other.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
When you say interesting effects, you mean like eyeballs melting and hair growing all over? I've seen that.
Oh no, they're far more batshit.
Oh.
So
and not
Terrifying.
just physical effects, but truly like mentally.
they're gone.
Mm.
Hollow shells of themselves, if you would. Except all the still works.
That's bad.
It is. However, I was thinking, if they were gone, and we were to remove all the prison features of the building, it could make a very good barrack.
Hmm. For who?
And far safer than being a meat wall in the middle of my lost throat.
It was just starting to catch on, but it takes him a while.
But you're not suggesting killing them all, are you? I mean, what else are we gonna do if they're crazy?
I mean, we already murdered an entire plane for the greater good.
It's a little bit different.
I didn't do
Yes.
that. I'd like to say.
Sophia's
I'd
like,
argue that
what?
wasn't working for the greater good.
It wasn't us, technically. We just said yes to a god's plan. Anyway.
But I renegotiated. I'd like
Just
to make
gonna
that
kinda-
very clear.
They're going to get better. It's fine.
We're bringing them back. Is
To be fair, you guys actually explained this to everyone last time, I think. So
Yeah.
okay.
It's still horrifying when it comes up.
yes, it's still.
Emerald's trademark, I don't beat around the bush. Is
And also, I don't care. It's like somebody saying, "I didn't kill my wife," and you're like, "I don't care."
yeah.
I don't
Alright.
feel great about just, burning an asylum with people in here, whatever we're gonna do to them, but
I
But
agree.
Pharaoh, they're using magic,
It doesn't sound.
and they're using it badly.
I'm using magic,
As
and
I
I'm
was-
definitely using it badly.
As I understand it, there's nothing left here but anger, rage, and hatred, and it's not going to come back.
I'm gonna put my hand on Pharaoh's shoulder, actually, and then like draw it back because I forget that we're not cool. And then I'm just gonna be like, all the refugees need somewhere to stay.
All I'm saying is I'm perfectly good to kill 100 bad people so we can give homes to 100 possibly good people.
I suppose.
Is there no other alternative? Can we house them? Can we isolate them somewhere else?
We gave them 10 tents that all hold 10 people, and we gave them a bunch of food. But it's like where they're being put right now is like basically like
They're on the edge of the
Tent
city,
camp.
outside the walls, in an area that is frequently hit by undead.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's about the best they can do at this point.
And
'cause
they've
there's no
walked
way to house
60
them.
miles across that bridge,
I might as well have named it Malaw's feeding trough.
right?
I mean,
they
they'll
always
just go
did.
right
They
into the
just
throat.
misspelled trough.
Listen, I'm not saying this is a perfect idea, but I'm just saying every day those people are out there, they're more likely to die. And we have to leave tomorrow.
He has a point.
It's our chance to give them something more permanent than a target on their back.
He has a point. Also, it's magic, which is terrible.
I mean, I'm not sure about Thea's preferences on magic, but I do understand that people who are intact mentally, if there's no possibility of bringing their mental state back to the norm,
Oh, I have an idea.
yes.
We can kill them, and then when we kill the soulmonger, if they're resurrected, maybe they won't be crazy.
Do we have any idea
could-
if they still have normal souls?
It could work.
As I understand it here, the people on this plane are soulful as always.
Well, we were planning on killing them anyway, right? That was your initial proposal.
No better mend than the reset button.
We do have to find somewhere to keep their bodies.
I mean, if they're broken up here, they always say, try turning it off and on again.
Yeah, that was a good point. You have to find somewhere to put their bodies if you're intending to do that.
Well, it depends how many of them there are, Jake. Can I get a scale?
Emerald passed a few dozen cells, and he was not. He didn't go through the whole place. He took the quickest route to the exit.
That's why he said probably at least about 100. Like, he's
Easily.
He's guesstimating.
Okay.
Now, some of them may have already died.
They were kind of just literally left in there and told, like, not told anything, but like, you're just gonna kill each other.
Pharaoh tries to think if we have any like catacombs in the Temple to Sabras.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's go with yes.
All
Great
right, cool.
plan.
Maybe
Ooh,
we could get them into the temple.
Scary Pharaoh, after we kill everyone, can have all his little minion pharaohs come get the dead bodies and then take them over to the catacombs.
When do I get the minion pharaohs? I want those.
You have them. They're like freaking the cook guy, Devron, or whatever his name is.
I think Theo is here using the word pharaoh interchangeably with priest.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, I said pharaoh minions out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw how that guy was scared of him.
I could probably get help.
Yeah.
Everything would be much easier if I had somebody to ask and I wasn't the authority, you know?
That's true. But we should wait till they're ready for pickup.
Sure.
Probably, yes.
This is a good plan.
All
I
right.
mean, we could show them the creation of the dead bodies, but
It's
they
an
might not like
okay
it.
plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Off to the castle.
All right.
To the cape!
The four of you gather your things. Theo, I'm going to ask you an important question. Which armor are you wearing?
No.
If we're gonna
Is
wait,
it hot out?
It's hot, but it's not jungle hot.
Like, give me a temperature in Fahrenheit.
I don't know. Hot.
Better be
Humid.
Is it like 80? Is it like 90? Is it
Hot and
100?
humid. It's jungle. Really, remember when you were in Ecuador?
Yeah.
Like that.
You just said it wasn't jungle hot.
It's jungle hot.
All right. Then
It
no,
would be hotter actually in the jungle than in the city, but it's still pretty hot.
I'm not gonna wear my freaking chainmail. It's ridiculous. I'm
All
wearing my studded leather
Oh,
armor.
that's the other thing. Irina,
Yes.
they bought studded leather armor for you so that you don't have to wear medium armor anymore in
Thank
the jungle.
you.
That sets your AC to 12 plus your dex modifier, which I think
It's
for you
crappy, I know.
is just 12 for your AC.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Thank you.
You're 12. I'm 14, and Alex is like 15. So we're all really low.
and Emerald is 17 because 20 decks. Hey,
Hey.
What the hell?
I have up to 19 AC with my shield, so take
Get out
that.
of here.
Aridin still has the +2 shield, so
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I see. Oh, never mind. Just 16 then.
I'm gonna say, but yeah, like I put my chainmail in there and some weapons I'm not gonna bring. So if you want to not bring anything, let me know. But yeah, we can just. I'm gonna head over there.
cool.
do we want to take the time and rest up, get everything ready, and that way we have Aridin and Koros with us when we finally hit this place? Because if we're gonna try and carve through them,
We've got enough time tonight that I think you guys should just go now.
sounds good.
Go. Cool.
Amazing. Onward and upward.
All right. So you all head.
I'm gonna try to see if I remember anything about this place.
Cool. Give me a roll.
Can we mechanically take a short rest so I can use a spell feature before we
Yes, you can
Sure.
mechanically
Okay.
take a short rest. You guys, you could have.
We,
You could,
we drank Tej for like 2 hours.
yeah,
before
you guys
we had
sat
time.
around for a while. That's your short rest.
Yeah.
go? Sounds good. Okay, cool. I could do one in the process of waiting for him then. Is what you're saying.
Exactly. Theo,
I know nothing.
you know that the other Theo was pretty scared of the arcane circle mages who live
Because
there.
he's wise.
these
That's why I lived
red-robed
this long.
mages. You just remember being scared of them, and that's all you got.
Because they're
The
spooky.
feeling.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Okay, so you guys head off. You go down through the city, out through Tiriki Anchorage, around that little bay there, and then start heading up the stairs. These are like stone steps carved up into this hill, up to the asylum, which is perched on the hill overlooking the city.
Thunder out of nowhere. It's not
Right?
even rainy or anything.
And you come up to these large gates that are now ajar because Immoral exited through them.
Yeah. As we kind of get there, I'll kind of say, I will warn you, while they were never locked, these were reinforced to an extent. I don't think they thought any of the ilk that were in there would just wander out.
All the mages you saw, Emerald, were in individual cells that were locked.
Yeah. That's his thought. It's just like, it was not exactly locked, but this is a reinforced door, and I don't think they figured anyone to wander out, so we may or may not, like, run into some issues. I don't know.
Cool.
I didn't see any while I was there, but at the same time, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and the gate leads into a wide courtyard. Where you can see that clearly some people left here in a hurry. You see some things are still knocked over. There's like some crates that like are just there, boxes and trunks that are like open, like a vase that's knocked over.
Melpel.
Melpel. Yeah.
Got it. Alright, well, I think we should sneak a snake and head in.
I think so too. This place is creepy. Do you hear that gate? It's not even moving, and I can hear it creaking.
I know. I'm gonna give everybody a piece of my glow-in-the-dark chalk. And if we get to doors and we've checked that room, we can put an X on the door.
I like it.
All right. There are a few different doors off of the courtyard here. Probably one in each cardinal direction here.
I picked that one.
You can go straight,
exit.
left, or right.
Left.
Eckies.
All right, so you can go to the door to the left.
And put an X on it.
Put an X on it, and you slowly pull it open. And you can see it opens into a hallway that leads off to the right in a distance, and then in front of you there are stairs leading up to a second floor here.
What do you guys think? Hallway or up?
The hallway might have cells.
Yeah, that's what I was
Three
going to
reads
say.
floor, right?
Yeah, so hallway?
Okay, so you guys head down this hallway. There are a few doors along the hallway, and then a door at the end of the hall.
Go open the first one and
It's
see.
pretty dark in here. There's not a lot of natural light.
Ah, but I
and-
have 10 torches, you see.
Well, shit.
So, gonna light a torch?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Theo's gonna light a torch and lead the way.
No, I like the torch and I hand it to Pharaoh.
Pharaoh leads the way.
Alright, Pharaoh, where do you lead?
I'm right here, Pharaoh.
I like stick the torch into one of the rooms and see what's in there.
Yeah,
The
so
side rooms, I mean.
you open the first side room you open, and it appears to be some sort of office. There's a desk, and it's covered in scattered papers. There is a bookshelf or two that are knocked over.
Is there like a layer of dust on everything, or does it look like it's been used recently?
There's a layer of dust on everything. And in the chair on the other side of the desk is sort of in the middle of this office. There's a window in the back wall, but it's barred, rather than being like an actual window. There is a sort of a desiccated corpse sitting in the chair on the other side of the desk.
Got it.
There's a dead guy in here already. Somebody's already started our job for us. This is weird.
And a bunch of boring papers. Terrible room. Let's leave.
Plus, I bet there's ghosts. Watch out. Next room.
Do not like goose.
The next room is locked from this side. You can see there's a bar across the door in the hallway.
Lift the bar.
That can't stop us, can it? We're really good at, life. One sec, hold up.
It's a bar. You could absolutely lift the
Yeah, we
bar
just
and
lift
open the
the
door.
bar.
Oh, from our side. Oh,
From
yeah.
your
yeah.
side, yeah.
Sorry.
It's locking something in there.
Oh, in that case, wait, hold on.
No.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Lift bar, open door, slowly, and put torch in, look around.
Almost immediately when you push open the door, something lunges at the door and
I
at
was-
you.
Right there. Like, he's opening the door and I'm right behind him.
Yeah.
Do I have a chance to...
It's a very sloppy lunge, and so it actually slams the door shut on you, but you could easily push it back open if you're ready to fight.
Yeah. You push it open and I stab it.
Cool. Swing it open, and let's roll some initiative.
My computer, for the life of it, cannot seem to load another page. The fan is going real hard. It may just turn off right now. This is what happened before.
Oh,
No, you're
no!
saying.
It's also your fan is really, really loud, so it's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
all
no, it's
good.
okay.
Yeah.
This is
Let
so
me get
exciting.
Cool.
I put my computer on a cookie sheet a lot. Like a cooling rack.
Yeah.
Because it has issues.
Mine's just, yeah. I'm gonna hop up real quick because it is about to.
No worries.
Sounds like it's powering a jet engine.
Oh my gosh. The volume difference.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Big diff.
Alright.
Okay. Sorry, where were we?
Initiativo.
We're rolling some initiative.
Nice.
Do.
Opening up arena sheet because she's rolling the initiative. Did she roll already? I think she did.
I was
Uh,
apparently
roll.
very ready.
Ooh, is this a spook?
The thing on there?
Mhm.
That is the thing that's attacking you.
It's a spook.
It is a spoop of some kind. Where is the stats for this thing?
Where is this place and on the map, Jake? What number?
It's not on the map. It's to the south of this map, of the map of Vorum. It's on the other side of the water on the south. There's a little teensy bay. All right, so Pharaoh, you're first.
Cool. I'm going to immediately and I'm gonna smack it with my my staff just real
Push
quick.
the door back open and then just whack it to knock it
Yeah,
back.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And that's going to be for 23. Did that hit?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. 3 smacking damage, and then I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Holy Weapon and send that on the other side from him to attack the thing as I push the door open and back up and give the other people some space. So let me cast that once I find it. Spiritual Weapon. There we go. 11 probably doesn't hit.
11 does not hit. No.
Cool. Well, it's there, and that's the end of my turn.
Excellent. It. Let me pick what it's gonna do. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's gonna grab onto you, Pharaoh, because you're right there.
No, anything but that.
I dropped the book. It's okay, I didn't need that book.
Books are lame.
And it's gonna do a shocking grasp. So
Shocking.
it just grabs onto you and
Yeah. Spell
it
attack.
seems sort of wild. It just doesn't really know. And it's just reaching for you and grabbing you. And where did it go? Shocking grasp.
Do I get an attack of
Melee spell
opportunity?
attack. That's your whole thing, right? It's casting a spell within.
Ah, it
Nice
is
meeting
casting
you.
a spell. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. I just meant because I'm near Pharaoh. Yeah. So, recap on that guy is. Where are the rules? I just make a melee attack.
Mhm.
Is this a concentration spell?
No.
Ah.
That'll hit though.
That's if I'm doing one that's concentrating on a spell.
Oh.
No. Like I'm saying, when a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature. And it's like, if the creature I happen to be damaging is also concentrating,
Gotcha.
it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Gotcha. Yeah, 27 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and give me that damage.
That damn dough.
Cool. And this is your magic great sword.
Yes. Wahaha.
The Eldris brothers take up way too much of their concentration when things come and into play with them and fight. Obviously, they pay attention to the Eldris brothers instead of their spells. It's great.
Exactly. They concentrate on our beautiful, beautiful biceps.
And so this thing in these tattered red robes grabs onto you, Pharaoh, and it's gonna hit your AC, and it does 3d8 damage.
3d8.
3d8. 10 damage to Pharaoh.
Man.
But I did 10
Electricity
damage to it, so
shocking through you.
We're even.
we're square.
Plus, there's 3 of us.
And it's babbling, and it's like, "Do you have it? Where is it? I need it. Give it to me." Emerald.
I'm gonna look around at the door and see this man and go, "Cheers, that," and like spit, and this spray of green liquid just coalesces and flies at this guy. And I need a Constitution save.
All right, I can do that.
That's super cool.
What is
The
this?
cantrip.
Acid dart?
No, this is poison spray.
Oh, okay.
Poison.
That is most certainly gonna fail. But what's the DC?
It's 16.
Yeah, that's absolutely gonna fail.
It's higher than 0.
I'll click it again because it doesn't look like it rolled. And it's still not rolling. For some reason, it's broken. Awesome. Well, I'll just roll it manually. It is 3d12 damage.
Oh, we're level 11. That's what that changed.
2 1s. Awesome. 9.
7.
Yeah.
Where sorry, what were you casting? You were acid spray, right?
It is poison spray.
Poison spray. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
That's why he needed the con save.
Yeah. Where you hit, in addition to like the acid burn, you see a bit of like, it's almost like a wispy. It's smoke like, but it's wispy, more fog like black fog. For a split second, come off of this creature, this red robed mage, where you hit it. Theo.
He was asking about finding something, and I'm gonna be like, I've got it right here.
And he turns, he snaps right at you, say, "Give it to me! I need it!"
I'm gonna hit him a bunch.
Go for it.
Cool. Hit him again. 14 hit?
14 will not hit.
Damn it, Jim. Alright, third attack. Alright, so 15 and 13 damage.
Nice. He is quite bloodied from that. You just
and then...
come by and you just with the grit, you just and you cut his robes really badly. They're falling off of him, and he staggers back.
I'm gonna use my one of my precision dice to say that when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend a superiority die to attempt to knock the target down. It's a trip attack. And I add the die to the damage roll.
Okay.
And it has to make a strength saving throw.
Sorry, you get to knock it down and do extra damage?
Yeah, I have to use the die to do the trip attack, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A lot
so
of times
it's
you
like,
trade the damage for getting to trip something.
yeah, this one's
Okay,
weird.
that's fine.
That's good.
All right.
Of course.
Get him.
And then he has to do a strength save.
Just gonna go ahead and say he's gonna fail that, but let me roll it.
I don't even know what the DC is, so that's good.
The DC, I
He rolled a
believe,
3.
for all
Your
battle
DC
master
is
stuff.
higher than 3.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So he's prone.
Yeah, so you've knocked him down to the ground. Pharaoh?
Pharaoh is going to like stand over him and extend his hand and like sacred flame him and be like, I'm sorry.
He's gonna reach out and counterspell.
Ah, shit.
You don't know
That's
the
just an automatically
counter
work. That's his cantrip.
Yep. He just
But
reaches
then
out.
my
He's on the ground. You reach out to him and you say you're sorry, and he just your hand fizzles. And then he.
Oh
He
wait! Was he within 5 feet of me casting a spell?
Yes. No, sorry. You knocked him to the ground. He's away from you. Also, you already. Yeah.
But it's a new round.
It is a new round, but he's away from you. You knocked him to the ground.
Fine.
well, my spiritual weapon is going to smack him a little bit on the ground. Does it get advantage? Oh, that probably hits.
Yeah, that hits anyway. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Take
Cool.
that.
That strike seems to pretty much take all the life out of him, but he slams his hands onto the ground as you hit him, and he explodes.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
I'm gonna need dexterity saving throws from everyone.
This guy, how can these?
Oh, I'm that close, or it's that big of an explosion?
It's huge.
Oh.
If you're even near
Oh.
the door, it's gonna hit you.
Then my DC is actually really decent. Then it's 17.
I didn't roll a save. Can I keep my nat 20? The same number. It doesn't change it.
Yeah, you can keep that. Oh my god! Nice.
Okay, guys, third time's a charm.
Oh!
Oh.
You guys used up all the luck, and so I had to roll a 1.
Somebody didn't convert to the Morning Lord when.
No, I was gonna say you're the only one who's ever spat in the eye of Mother Night, actually. So you know.
True.
So he explodes in the motion, and the thing is reminiscent of a fireball in that it goes out quickly and fills the thing, but it is black. It is black flame wisping out from him.
Maybe he was possessed, dude.
And it fills the room. Emerald and Pharaoh, you guys definitely dodge out of the way, and you're only gonna take half of that. So that's what, 16.
And I
points
just
of
am
damage.
burnalated.
Yeah, Theo, you were right up there. You knocked him down. You're gonna take the full brunt of that as it knocks you back down.
Terrible, I'm gonna be
You're gonna take
honest.
32 hit points of damage.
I am gonna
Burnalating
use
damage.
rally on myself to heal a little bit.
And whatever that it appears, so it appears to have. It doesn't quite catch things on fire around it, but you see that various things around the room, the papers, they sort of become consumed by it and like crackle away as in this black mist sort of floats around until it eventually fades around the rest of the room. Emerald, when you got hit by that, even though you only took half damage, you got a pretty heavy whiff of it, and the remnants of this mist, of this explosion, when you get that whiff of it, you feel that really strong craving from before. I was telling you about that something that was missing.
Right.
It's connected to that. You feel that
Whatever-
intense
yeah.
pull.
Whatever he wanted is the same thing this one, I'm gonna point to myself and hope they get my meaning, was hooked on. So it may have been a bigger problem than I originally thought.
This is awful. I don't feel as bad anymore. Death is worse than being cooped up here.
Yeah.
Better, you mean?
Yeah.
You said worse.
Yeah.
Did I say worse?
Yeah, you said worse.
Dude, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Jake, what do you want to do?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up right here.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if there's something else you guys wanted to say or
I
do.
can't be as close to those things. I know that was a large explosion and I was a good distance, but I can't be that pulled at him Like, don't get me wrong, I still like this plan and I still want to be a part of this, but I can't be this close, even as far as I was. It's
So you mean like stand 10 feet back or like leave?
no, I think I'm going to need to be maybe 30 feet at the closest to these
Okay.
things.
That's fine.
All right, we can do that. I think maybe we should have me kick in the door, Theo wait with the sword like this, and then when
Yep,
they come
that's
out,
my
we'll
plan.
kabang.
I was
That
just gonna
seems
wait
better
like
than
this
we-
and then just.
You're the sword master. I don't know which end is the best end to kill people with. You handle that. I hit people with sticks.
Yep.
That's where we're going to leave you guys this week. We will wrap up the asylum next week. We'll check out some dino racing in some meanwhile with Koros and Eridan. And then we will venture off into the jungle. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Please do like the page. You can click a special button to get notifications when we go live. You can check a button to see our posts first in your feed. There's a whole bunch of buttons at the top of the page, and you can click on them, and they do those sorts of things. Please do check out our Patreon. We've got some cool tiers. We're going to offer some cool stuff. Please let us know if you look at that and be like, I don't want that stuff. Message us, let us know what kind of stuff you would like to see there. That's patreon.com/Jetsam Academy. There's a link on the page. And as always, feel free to message the page, comment on the video, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're looking forward to. My players, I know we had a bit of a smaller session tonight, but please do message me with your rose, thorn, bud. That's the thing you liked, the thing you didn't like, the thing you're looking forward to. And with that, we'll see everybody next week with hopefully a full party.
Yes.
Bye-bye now.
I'll see you, folks.
Bye.